we love starting the show with a controversial opinion.
Okay.
Do you have anything juicy for us?
For the sake of the game and for the sake of taking everything way too seriously, I think that ketchup in your Maggi noodles.
I want to throw up.
He just broke Aman.
You need to learn how to live.
I'm worried how you're living, Ayesha. I'm not gonna
Come over right now. I will show you how to live life.
Aman was just fishing for an
Yes.
invite to your house, actually.
I'll say one thing, like I think it's such a flex and so cool that all your Instagram like captions say creative directed by me. Because actually, not to brag or anything, even my Instagrams are all creative directed. Not to brag, but whatever.
Oh, your March dump was creatively directed.
I don't think that was a bragger, yeah, that's fine.
It's a brag, it's a brag.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Having Said That show. I'm your co-host Adi alongside Ariana.
Woohoo! Hello!
That's her version of Jay's intro. And today, guys, on the episode, we have a model, actor, fashion icon, the beautiful, the talented Ayesha Kanga is with us.
What a sweet introduction.
Of
Thank
course.
you.
Yeah, I feel like I don't get to introduce people with 3 things usually. So
Yeah.
it's a cool flex. I'm not gonna lie.
Flex. Yeah, it's an exhausting flex.
Exhausting. But I think something I left out is a creative director as well, and we'll get to that soon. But we love starting the show with a controversial opinion. And we
Okay.
asked you to prepare one. Do you have anything juicy for us?
Oh boy, do I have a juicy, controversial opinion for you. Now, I realize that saying this may make me the most hateable person on the internet in the country,
Tell
but
us.
for the sake of the game and for the sake of taking everything way too seriously, I'm gonna just... I have to water my plants.
That was frightening.
Such a cool build-up. Okay.
I have to water my plants. Anyway, circling back.
Yeah. Back.
Yeah, I was in a corporate one, so circling back. I think that magic masala is the least nice Lay's flavor out there.
Woohoo to that.
So
for
you've
sure.
divided the room immediately because I fully agree with you.
Listen, I
Fully.
thought you guys were gonna start throwing ketchup packets at me,
thought
like
you
you're gonna
liked
throw my
magic
juice
masala.
at me.
Wait, you said the worst?
The worst.
Wait, more than ketchup?
Yes.
Worse than ketchup?
Ketchup is amazing.
I agree. Thank you.
Oh.
The best condiment.
Yuck.
The
Listen.
tomato lays.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's...
You think it's better than magic masala?
Yes,
Bro.
by a mile.
I'm so sorry.
Magic masala is the most awful
Whoa.
flavored chip.
No. I don't agree there.
Listen,
I'm embarrassed for you.
I know.
I'm worried.
I know. It's just gonna be hate from here. People have been really nice and kind to me on the internet, so I was like, let's mix it up. Let's just tell people something real.
Should we do a quick Lay's tier list with
Yes.
you? Okay, so F, we've already put blue Lay's.
So it's the blue Lays, the yellow Lays, the red Lays,
Okay.
the green Lays, and then the orange.
Orange. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
we
brilliant.
are on board.
Yeah.
On board.
We
Yeah,
can
yeah.
all agree that orange is the
sure.
best.
Orange is the best.
I would switch red and blue with your list, but that's about it.
That's not so bad.
Yeah.
No, but okay, why? I mean, I'm completely agree. I hate the blue Lays myself. I've said that before on the show also, but why do you hate it though?
See, I just hate spicy food and I hate anything that's too garam. Why? Why are they
Yeah,
torturing
you're
little
speaking my
children
thoughts.
with all that garmi and spice and it's just too much spice mix on
Okay.
a chip. It's just unnecessary.
So, wait, are you also
Right?
not a fan of peri peri fries?
I am a fan.
Oh, so you're a hypocrite
I am a
then.
fan.
Yeah.
I am.
Okay.
No. It is
was
the
ready to
quantity.
leave.
It is actually the quantity of the peri peri masala. You're not supposed to. You never use the entire sachet.
You never use the entire sachet.
No. One is not supposed to use the entire sachet of peri peri, right?
I agree. You have to use 2.
This is insane. I disagree.
That is It's
You
definitely
save it for later and then you put it in your Maggi noodles.
interesting. Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's
and then you
respectable.
put ketchup in your Maggi noodles.
I think that's worse.
That's
That's worse than the
gross.
Lay's
And it's
opinion.
got to be like a watery consistency. You got to...
Our cameramen are like sighing at the back.
I do agree that Maggie should have like a broth. Like I don't like it when it's like
Dry.
yeah and stuck
Yeah.
together. I think it's weird.
Like
and gloopy and it's like disgusting.
Yeah, and you can hear it.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's terrible. I
Bro,
agree
the
with
worst
you.
is when kids used to carry it to school
Yeah,
and then
and then
everyone
they-
used to put their
You put
fucking
your
hands
fork
in
in
it.
it. You put your fork in it and it comes out the shape of the container.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can hear it and smell it. You know? No,
That-
it's supposed to be really goopy. It's supposed to be really watery.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to put the ketchup in while it's still on the pan.
The ketchup is terrible.
Oh, yeah.
Heat the
You lost
ketchup
us there.
ever so slightly. And that's when you put a little bit of your peri peri masala.
I want to throw up.
I think
Yeah.
we need to do like
Listen,
We just broke Aman.
we need to do. Everyone needs to make their version of Maggie, and then we'll do a taste test one of these days, and we
Oh,
will
that's
Sounds
such
good.
a
follow
great
your
idea.
recipe. This ketchup, I love ketchup. I'm a big ketchup man. On any given day, it's a fun condiment. It makes the plate a lot better. But keep it out of my Maggie. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
you need to learn how to live.
Okay. I'll try. I will try it
You need
once.
to learn how to live.
I'm worried how you're living. I'm not gonna lie.
Listen, I'm living my best life. Like I'm doing okay.
Are you a pineapple on pizza person?
I am.
I
Oh,
am
so you're just a weirdo in general.
No, I am also. Pineapple on pizza is amazing.
Yes.
It's amazing.
I don't mind
It's
pineapple on
amazing.
pizza. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Like I won't go out of my way to order it, but I'm okay with it. I'm still stuck on this ketchup and the Maggie thing. But I'm sorry. It's like
But she understands that she's in the minority in most of
I
these
know I'm a
opinions.
mother. Yeah.
I am also in a Maggie minority because I think the atta noodles are the best version of Maggie, and anyone who's not eating the atta noodles is missing out
I
because
agree.
that is how Maggie should be eaten.
I agree.
I
It's
can't
got like
say.
the driest thing about it though.
But that's why you have like
It's strange on your upper palate.
you have a little broth,
Yeah.
and then you have to cook the noodles till they give you a little bite al dente.
Either
Al
they'll
dente.
punch or just
Al dente Maggie.
Al dente
So do they
Maggie.
say 2 minutes, you go 1:45.
Yeah, you gotta try it, and then the dehydrated veggies, amazing. In the start, it's like it's still a little
Yuck.
crunchy, and then by the end, the carrot has softened. What a culinary journey, bro! Atta noodle Maggie, sponsor me, Maggie. I will fucking shit.
Aman,
this
you're a
everywhere.
resident foodie. You can't be throwing opinions like this out, bro.
I'm the resident
sounds
foodie.
like stomach cancer. Sounds so like dehydrated veggies, al dente, Maggie.
I'm not taking Maggie slander from the tomato sauce in Maggie, girl. This is a bit outrageous.
Come over right now. I will show you
We'll do it.
how
We'll
to
do
live life.
We'll do the Maggie taste test. We'll
Yes.
do it.
Yes.
100.
Aman was just fishing for an
Yes.
invite to your house, actually.
not at all. Okay.
Well, only if you eat the noodles will I invite you over.
Yes. I mean, I'm only coming for noodles. Okay. Let's clear things up.
The nudes, huh?
No. None of this.
We can do our skincare routine.
Yeah, I'm a fan of that idea.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of the skincare routine and Maggie idea. That sounds like a great Sunday.
Listen
But
to some Taylor Swift.
wow, look
Oh,
at
I
you.
was gonna say I was free as well until that.
You've taken Aman on a roller coaster with ups and downs in the past 5 minutes.
I just got his shirt. His hoodie.
Aisha, what's your go-to cocktail?
I love a pina colada.
Oh, banging. Okay,
Right?
you're rising up now to our taste
I'm
levels.
making up for the poor opinions. earlier.
Yeah.
What about yours? What about you guys?
Go-to, I like a nice cucumber gin tonic, but honestly, Pursues. Have you ever tried a Pursue?
Never.
Amazing. Like that's my actual go-to. Yeah.
That's not a
Sounds good.
cocktail. That's like a
Yeah, it's a drink,
seltzer,
though.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty great though.
I'm a big espresso martini. Can't go wrong, huh?
Sorry,
Can
you
go wrong.
You can go very wrong.
Yeah, it kind of gives you a headache, doesn't it?
Oh, really?
A little bit.
Oh, never me, huh? I guess I'm too strong. But basically, they're the perfect drink for me because I get too sleepy at night. If I'm going out, then I'm having the espresso martini that's getting me drunk and keeping me up.
Right.
I just think I'm thinking in 4x.
That doesn't sound.
I feel like it doesn't do anything to me. It does it just equals itself out when I have an espresso
Oh, sure,
martini.
because it's an upper and a downer.
Yeah.
Just puts me in a terrible mood always.
Arey.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I like espresso martinis. I like an old fashioned.
Yeah.
Thoughts on an old fashioned. I like an elderflower based gin drink, which
course you do.
sounds terrible. but
Yeah.
yeah, it's always a good time. I love I don't know. I like one of those, the ones that are like a chai based cocktail or something. You know, those.
Where are
always
you
fun.
getting these cocktails,
where
man?
did you get a chai based?
Yeah, man. I know places.
Actually, once Aman and I had the best cocktail of all time. It was an apple pie whiskey cocktail.
It was
Whoa,
really good,
where?
bro. And I ordered it and they all clowned me. Haha, what a
Where?
classic. I'm on order. And I started, next round everyone has the apple pie whiskey cocktails, huh?
Are you dropping the name or no?
They don't sponsor us. But no, I'll shout them out.
But after this,
It was the toast pasta bar at Kamla Mills.
Oh,
And we had
sick.
gone. Jay was there as well.
Yeah. It was amazing.
And even Jay was like, yeah, give me one of them apple pie whiskey
Amazing.
cocktails. You know what I'm saying?
did they put an apple pie into it? And then
There was
take a straw
a
through it?
dehydrated apple
Yeah, there
on the
was,
top
there
with like
was.
Yum.
cinnamon and shit. It was really good. Really,
You
really
enjoy making cocktails. I remember we
Yeah.
like hung out a bunch of times when we were drinking, and Adi's got like he gets all the ingredients and like mixes things up, and he once made us a whiskey Thandai cocktail.
Oh, have you tried
And that was
that?
actually
I have
insane.
not.
Unbelievably
I
It
have
was
good.
not.
amazing.
Unbelievably good.
That sounds very
The
good.
funny thing was there was a jar of Thandai kept in the fridge. I think it was for our dada or someone probably. And this guy just goes and he makes a whiskey cocktail out of it. But it was great. It was
That's
actually
great.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was one of
Okay.
those COVID nights.
Yeah,
my
COVID
God.
nights.
Well, he definitely sounds like a better cocktail maker than me because I'm quite atrocious.
Yeah, he gets
Yeah?
all he
like
gets all
I put little tomatoes in it.
You want ketchup in your drinks also?
Not ketchup, but I put little tomatoes and I'll put some salt and some sugar and then I'll also put like anything crushed that I can find around the house and I basically just torture people and that's
It
how
sounds
to do
like.
it.
I'm losing faith in your Maggie.
Yeah,
yeah? Like my faith level was here, and I was, you know.
But speaking of putting things together, like I mentioned, creative director,
Segue.
he's the king of segues. Yeah.
king of segues.
So now that you love torturing people, tell us about your shoots.
No, I'm sure you do torture people to source these clothes for you and stuff like that, because I think the first time I kind of saw you pop off on my Instagram was when you did the Scaparelli thing, and it looked amazing. And in fact, we have a segment for you guys where we go through some of Ayesha's iconic looks and you tell us the story behind it. So are you down to do that right now?
I am down to do this.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah,
What
amazing.
a wonderful idea.
Wonder who came up with that. I hope he's not listening in, you know, if the walls could talk. No, but I wanted to ask, you did go to graphic design school. I mean, you did study graphic design,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I studied graphic design at
Yeah.
NID and
Yeah.
very different from any of this, but I suppose you draw from it because everything is space, form and structure, and so is putting an outfit together, and then so is directing the image, and it's just all from there. I've never really studied fashion or anything formally.
Sure.
But it's just your understanding of how these things can be placed together, what textures light
Colours.
differently, you know, what kind of fabric you need to light with what for it to pop. You know, there are lots of interesting things that I've discovered.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
You think it gives you an edge also over the guys who study fashion, but you've come from this different background and getting into fashion. Does it give you an edge over them in some
I
way?
don't think so. I don't think it would. I think studying fashion would have helped massively. But I think you could be very interested in style and then just
Yeah.
draw from that. You don't necessarily have to have studied it. But yeah, I think, no, I have
I
no
know.
edge over others.
Yeah, I
and
know.
education is very, very important.
A lot of the creative directors I've met in the recent year seem to have gotten their start in graphic design. Like even the people who run Dirty Magazine and stuff, I think it's a great like base, Sid, to like then, you know, avenue out into other things.
Yeah, it's the ultimate form of like visual communication. You learn absolutely everything you need to know. And, you know, a lot of graphic designers become directors. I know Wes Anderson was a graphic
Yeah.
designer. Alfred Hitchcock. I think even Satyajit Ray started off as a graphic designer. So it's a really great base to kind of just start anything creatively.
Yeah.
It was a good idea. It was a good idea not going to film school or
Yeah.
studying fashion.
Yeah.
Well,
I went to film school.
hold on.
Oh, you went to film school, Aman. You never spoke about that, man. You never spoken about your
I've
film
never
school.
spoken about it, but I do want to say what's interesting is my mom is a graphic designer, and so growing up, like I was like always around her while she was designing something, and I would, you know, I learned what she was doing, and she would like sometimes come to me and say, oh, does this look better, that look better, and I think that also gave me a base where like now when I make a movie or whatever, like a short film, or when I was in school, color production design is far more important to me than it was to a lot of my like classmates, because, you know, I have this background of just existing around graphic design, and my mom was probably designing something while I was in her womb or whatever, right? So it's like
Does it bother you that the white of his cap doesn't match the white of his hoodie as he says this sentence?
It really has bothered me.
Me too.
Well, you
It's
know what, guys?
It's so annoying.
I just don't want to talk about it because it makes me an asshole, but it really does.
I will say this. She's some kind of fashion icon. I'm some kind of fashion icon. I have SpongeBob in my socks. Her socks, you can't even see them.
Oh, shit. She fucked
flexed.
you.
Also, my girlfriend gave me this cap. Okay, thanks, sweetie. This one's for you.
You can't argue with that.
Can't argue with that.
You know what's more
I'm
important?
just single and lonely. So what if I have style? I'll never have love.
You know what's more important? It says the word Sunday on it. What day is it today, guys?
Sunday. Oh my
Shit.
god. Stop.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Adi is telling you to call the 1975. She's calling herself a skinny something. And I'm celebrating the Sunday Club. Look at us, 3 fashion icons right here. My shoes are dirty, but they have Kermit the Frog on them.
Gang.
Okay, let's get into the segment.
Yes. Okay, cool. Image number 1.
Oh, the Scaparelli image. Well, okay.
The
so-
iconic.
The icon. Okay. Well, before we went to Paris and did this editorial, it's a dream, right? It's always been a dream to kind of work with Scaparelli, to wear Scaparelli, to source it. But we heard that they don't really give out their clothes too often.
Yeah.
And I was actually the first person they've ever sourced to in India, because they don't sell in India, so they don't really have to give any people here their clothes to wear ever. But before we went, everyone was really skeptical. They were like, nah, you're not going to get Scaparelli. That's not going to happen. Like, you don't have enough followers. Nobody gives a shit about you in Paris. Like, nobody cares, But they did. And it was amazing. And then their PR told us that, you're probably the first Indians we've ever sourced Scaparelli.
How did you convince them? Was there a specific messaging?
I had this amazing stylist, Ria, in Paris.
Okay.
And, she's obviously made requests in the past for people she styled before, but she was like, you were the first person they said yes to. Ooh. And then we got a full look. It was fresh off the runway. I think Rosalia has worn this outfit before.
Yeah, I saw it on their website. Very cool.
But it was a pretty cool day, man. I was freezing to death. It was like 3 degrees.
Oh my god.
The photographer probably had to like Photoshop all the goosebumps out of it. But it was a cool day, man. Like it felt very cool, and it felt special.
So you creative directed this shoot as well, right? So
yes.
My question is, when you are pitching to a company like this, even through your stylist, do you usually share like your vision with it, your mood board with it, and then they have to approve that?
Yeah. So you have to share the details of the team. You have to share the mood board, the idea, how you're going to shoot it, that kind of thing. Yeah.
So then that's testament to your idea. Congratulations, because they agreed to do it because of that.
Thank you. No, I mean it would have been nicer if like everyone was not freezing to death. Okay, I'm from Bombay and like I'm cold right now.
Oh, sorry.
So like,
Is that better?
that is so much better. Thank you. But no. I mean, whatever. It was kind of amazing, and I'm really happy we got to do it, and we got to do it with Harper's Bazaar. We pitched to them as well, and they took it forward. So it's great that they just said, yeah, cool, we'll trust like a random chick, and we'll put this chick in our magazine. So it was very sweet.
Amazing.
Everybody kind of did it.
No, that is crazy. Yeah. And I'll say one thing, like I think it's such a flex and so cool that all your Instagram like captions say creative directed by me. That's so cool.
I want to make a shirt that says styled by me.
You should. That's so fun.
That's
and sell it on my broadcast.
Yeah.
I'll have one bio.
I'll buy it for sure.
So two.
Two.
My mom and you.
Hey, every time we post now, it's like creative directed by me.
Yeah. Because actually, not to brag or anything, even my Instagrams are all creative directed. Not to brag, but whatever.
Oh, your March dump was creatively directed.
I don't think that was a brag, yeah, that's fine.
It's a brag.
It's a brag.
Okay, next.
Next pick.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, sick.
Kenzo. Dude, okay, so I think this was a boba tea place.
Ooh.
And we were walking around. We actually had to get to the metro because I originally wanted to shoot this picture at a metro station, a very specific metro station. They have this beautiful sort of graffiti and it would look very nice with this flash that we were using. So we were on our way trotting along to the metro station. But then, of course, we see this gorgeous looking, very apt, very fitting
Yeah, that
boba
looks
tea.
like a set, man.
Boba tea. Yeah, it was on the road, and we just spoke to the auntie, and we were like, "Can we just take a picture?" And she said, "Yeah, fine, whatever, just tag me." And I was like, "Okay." But that's it.
amazing.
It just matched perfectly with the very cute Kenzo outfit. Those are my socks. I'm wearing those.
Show Aman.
Yeah, show
But
me.
yeah,
I'm a sock expert.
I only wore those socks because it was cold. That's it. Like there was no style element. I was just trying to keep warm.
Socks are pretty cool, man. No SpongeBob, but I fuck with it. I fuck with it.
We're pretty divided in this room on boba as well. Do you like boba?
I fucking love boba.
Okay.
Oh.
You're winning me over again.
Wait, okay, so show of hands for boba lovers. Really?
Lovers is a strong word.
Yeah.
Boba
But it's-
I'm a
likers.
boba lover.
It's kind of like sushi where once you have the craving, you have to have it.
Yeah.
You know? You can't not have it.
What are the balls anyway? What are the boba balls?
Oh, we.
Tapioca starch.
Sabudana, basically.
Don't tell me. I can just put sabudana into tea and then drink boba every day. Do not tell me I can do that because I will.
It's essentially, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a boba expert or anything, but I think so.
Yeah, but you joke about it, but she may actually do it also.
Yeah,
She-
I'm not joking about
Yeah.
this. This is actually excellent.
I think if you
information.
soak the sabudana, it's essentially the same thing.
I will soak the shit out of it. I will actually I would put it in this right now.
Yeah, we should. I think so.
Should we?
Faluda is way better, bro,
Faluda
than boba.
is not.
A completely different drink, bro. What?
But it's the same vibe, man.
What the
Come
fuck
on.
are you talking? It's like, oh, I love football, and this brother goes, yeah, but music is great. Yeah. Well, yes, well, no one's arguing
No,
that.
come on, it's not
No,
that.
it's pretty much the same vibe. I agree with Adi. It's like it's a milky drink with
What the fuck?
milky drink with like a ball like
Yeah.
Yeah.
thing. I mean, yeah, it's the
This
Indian
is-
boba.
This is how I know y'all aren't experts, because not all boba is milk based.
ठीक है, that's fine, but like
I'm just saying. Anyway, back to this.
Texture drinks.
Okay, fine.
Come. Next
So
one.
then soup is the same. Sorry. Was that also in Paris?
Which one?
This one.
The Kenzo.
Yes, this was also in Paris.
So you spent some time in Paris.
Yeah, I think we spent about 20 days.
No, like you lived there before.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I was.
Research, huh?
I went there. Yeah, I completely.
You completely forgot you lived in Paris.
And now it's just, you know what? The fact you forgot makes it a bit weird that I know this, bro. Our management sent it to us, man. I didn't stalk you, man.
so I didn't talk to. Yeah. This was actually the first time I've been to France since I studied there. I was on an exchange program for a year.
That's awesome.
It's not that cool. It's not that cool because everyone in NID in my batch literally went to Europe on an exchange program. We just,
Oh.
everybody kind of did it.
But that's cool.
Yeah, it was just one of those things that everybody sort of did. Everyone fought for it. We were like, no, we have to go on exchange program. And then whatever, everybody kind of went. And then I happened to get a scholarship because I was like, I can't afford this. So I got to get a scholarship. And I wrote a cute little letter. And then the French government kind of sponsored my trip there. So I was having a blast. I didn't study at all. I just chilled. I never attended my classes. I was there to just go to Greece and then go to Italy and then go somewhere else. But
Sick.
this, yeah. So I spent a
That's
good...
why she forgot, bro. Half the time
Yeah.
she's somewhere else.
I was not even in.
I feel like you're downplaying a lot of this, man. You're like, oh, haha, we just took a photo. But no, you took like this massively well creatively directed shoot in a city that literally sponsored you to be there, right? Like, it's a pretty, I mean, it's a big deal.
Yeah,
I
it's
feel
huge.
like.
It's huge.
Pretty fucking cool. And on that note, let's move on to the next.
Next pick. This
Oh.
one. Calvin Klein.
Calvin Klein, my gosh, Calvin Klein. They're so fun to work with, really.
Yeah.
Dude, so
We're all like, yeah.
My Calvin. So you all done a My Calvin campaign actually, huh? So suddenly it didn't come out. I don't know why.
It was too hot for TV, you know?
oh god. Dude,
Sorry, you were
honestly,
saying.
I just wanted to look like a fuckboy. Like that's it. Like that was the brief.
That is, yeah, that is
There are some
fuckboy
more
energy.
pictures that are gonna come out. But that's it. I just wanted to look like a fuckboy. That was no other notes. That's it. Nothing
Fuckboys?
really to talk about.
Where's
And
that
of course,
shot?
I was freezing to death. This was also in Paris.
Oh, wow.
It was cold. It was cold.
This was all in your 20-day trip?
This was all in my 20s.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
No, but it was cold. It was raining. Nobody was having a good time.
How does it work? Like you just go with, like you say that, okay, I have to take 5 pictures for my Insta. And then you plan it like that? Like
No,
that?
I don't think so.
No, I don't know.
No,
I have to take 5 photos for my Insta, not for the fucking magazine or the brand. But
I didn't mean it that way.
She's going to Paris in a few months, and at immigration they're going to say, what is the purpose
what
of
are
your visit?
you doing here?
I'm here to take 3 pictures for my Insta, all creatively directed by me.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I meant like you have to take 5 pics. Like 5 brands.
Sure. So the brand comes to you and they're like, hey, we kind of want to do this, and then we send them our mood boards and we send them our ideas and we tell them what we want to do, and then you style it and they have to approve, and that's pretty much it. But we did a recce. I mean, of course, we did a recce on the first few days to see exactly where we would shoot each look, where things would look better than other things.
so we have 2 more to go. After we're done, I want to know which one is your favorite.
Okay.
Because I have one specifically. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry,
see the Calvin
what
Klein?
is Harper's Bazaar? Are they the ones who they curate the whole thing, or what's their role in it?
So, funny story.
Okay.
My friend, the photographer on this trip, he happened to post a lot of selfies of himself in Paris, and then this guy from Harper's Bazaar said, "Hey, are you in Paris? Do you want to shoot something for us really quick?"
Oh, wow.
And he was like, "Yeah," and that's pretty much how it happened. And so then we made a mood board for them. We told them about the locations, the clothes, whatever, and then kind of just started from there.
Oh, so y'all didn't. Okay, got it.
Yeah, I mean
I thought when you went there, you already had them on board.
No,
but
it was just Calvin Klein.
Oh,
Yeah. And it became a much longer trip. I always wanted to shoot an editorial there, and I always wanted to do it myself.
Nice.
But it was just a great.
It's so weird how that worked out. Like, dude taking selfies
Because
and
he
that led
took
to something.
and it's so crazy because everyone was giving him so much shit for just stopping on the road and taking all these selfies. Like he was taking selfies at the airport, he was taking selfies on the shuttle on the way. Like we were just like, what are you doing? But it really don't stop taking selfies. I think this is the this is the learning.
So he shot all of them?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. And he also went to NID. And he is my favorite photographer on the planet.
Amazing.
Let's shout him out.
Gaurav Ganguly. But you can call him Jiggy because I call him Jiggy and everybody should call him Jiggy.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on.
Okay, next one.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we shot this in my house.
Cool.
We wanted to use hard flash. The one thing about shooting hard flash is that if you have big windows, you have to cover all the light. So the flash has to be kind of your only source of light. But I obviously forgot to kind of rent the black kapda. So we used a curtain
Okay.
instead. And then I think Sharan was like, oh my god, what if we put the curtain on the floor? And then we put the curtain on the floor.
Wait, is that a curtain?
That's a curtain.
That's a cool curtain.
We put the curtain on the
Shiny.
floor, but the curtain kind of had this sheen to it, so it kind of really pakadod the light.
Sick.
And when you have long hair, you use it. So
So, okay, so you were
We
just in
used the
motion
hair.
and they got a photo, right?
I was doing this
Oh, okay.
every 5 seconds with
And putting your
ponytails.
hands back down here.
Yeah, so the pictures, the in-between pictures are really crazy because they're like...
That
Yeah.
looks sick.
So you do that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Okay, last one.
Last one.
Oh, man. Yeah, I recently opened for Rahul Mishra for Lakme Fashion Week.
That's cool.
Rahul Mishra also went to NID, guys.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Whoa, this school is turning.
It's really
churning out
turning into,
people, yeah.
it's really working out. So Rahul, I opened the show for him. I'm wearing an idli. It was a wonderful moment.
An idli.
I'm wearing an idli.
Not actually.
Sid actually thought it was an idiot.
No, I use an idli, of course.
I'm wearing an idli. Yeah, I mean, Rahul, he just thought it was a good idea to have the first outfit be this giant kind of idli thing. And I thought it was a great idea. And I've never worn an outfit like that. And it was beautiful. And, I keep telling him that every time I wear Rahul Mishra, I see a little traces of our education, kind of slipping in to the thread of the fabric or whatever. And it was a great, fun moment. I hadn't done ramp in a really long time because when I was a model, I barely ever did ramp because I'm not very tall. And you kind of have to be just giant.
You're not tall?
I was going
I'm
to
not
ask that
tall.
same question.
I'm like 5'7.5". I'm almost 5'8". So that's not a very tall model. So I
okay.
barely did any ramp. I just did the campaigns.
Yeah.
Damn, okay.
Yeah, so I never really got a chance to open the shows or close the shows or walk. I barely did it. So, it's funny that now that I'm kind of an actress, I'm getting to fucking open a show or do
That's sick.
Black May Fashion
Yeah.
Week. But these were things that I couldn't do as a model and always wanted to do. So it's wonderful to do it for Rahul.
Yeah.
It was the grand finale.
This is really like
felt
a-
very grand.
Okay, which is your favorite of the 5 that we showed you?
Do you want to recap?
I'm just gonna say Schiaparelli for the
Yeah.
just for how nice it felt.
I love the one you did at your house. That was my favorite.
Yeah.
This is cool.
Yeah.
I did my own hair and makeup. I styled it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this one's my favorite.
I love when
also.
clients don't give you a brief and then you can just do anything you want.
Yeah.
And then they
That's
hate
when-
it and you have to redo it. And then,
No, I have it in my contracts. I don't redo anything.
good. Yeah.
I like the boba one. I think.
Yeah, the Kenzo
boba
one's
awesome.
actually.
Yeah.
The
Idli.
Give me the first one again. No, I think the Idli one was cool.
That photo is really
It could
cool.
also be a
It's a good
Shahi
picture,
Paneer
yeah.
tukda. It could be a bunch of things.
Okay,
I
so
was making a lot of jokes that day, but I think an idli is probably the closest. Like a half bitten off idli. Like
coming from creatively directing your work to creatively directing your life, we do a segment on the show where we ask people what would they do in a situation that we give them. So we have a what would Ayesha do segment planned for you.
What would Ayesha do? So like Aditya said, we sometimes get ourselves in these sticky social situations, and then you like, how do you move forward? Okay. And one that I've faced in the past few years is a lot of people come to me and they're like, oh, play matchmaker for me. Oh, I think this friend of yours is cute or whatever. And it's really awkward to try and
expose me, Aman.
I was not even talking about you.
Jokes.
But it's like
Friends do that with me.
Yeah, and it's like sometimes you're like, okay, I can try and find out if they're interested, but then I don't want the person I'm trying to find out from to think that, oh, this person's obsessed with them. So that you have to kind of like, you have to
Right,
do this like game. It's like, oh, how are you?
It's a delicate dance.
It's really, and then sometimes they say, oh no, I'm not interested. Then how do you go back to the original person and say like, yo, they think you're ugly? You can't do that, right? So what do you say? Like, how do you handle that situation? So Ayesha, now Sharan has come to you and said, hey, I think your friend is cute. And then that guy's like, oh, I'm not into Sharan. Sorry, it's the other way around. Your friend has come to you and said, oh, I think Sharan's cute. And then Sharan goes, oh, I'm not into that person. How do you tell that person that, hey, Sharan's not into you, but in a delicate, sweet way?
dude, with friendship, fortunately, I think you can just rip the band-aid.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's your tactic, just
Yeah.
knife.
Yeah. Dude,
You have a lot of friends?
there's so many. So many. And dude, but yeah, man, you just have to be honest. And I think that is really the best thing you can do for a person is just be frank. Because,
Okay.
because then there's this whole dance, because then there's hope and they're waiting around. And that's miserable to be like longing in hope and hoping that something will happen and then slowly realizing that perhaps it won't. And I find that, why make the heart long when you can just rip,
I think you just enjoy hurting them, bro.
just rip the band-aid, cut all their hope from the get-go.
Okay.
How about
Interesting.
okay,
But
how
you
about-
do it nicely.
Yeah, of course,
You have to be really nice about it. If they called your friend ugly, you can't tell them that.
So what do you say?
It's not gonna happen. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, a way of playing that is you can just go like, you know what, dude, I don't think that person's good for you. I think you should.
Yeah.
You know,
I wouldn't
You
want to
deserve
lie.
better.
Yeah, you deserve better. Yeah.
But when you say that, and then they're like, no, I think they're the one, and you're
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
say no, but
That's why
you're
you
better
don't
than
lie.
them.
That's
haha,
why you don't
yeah.
lie.
I see what you're saying.
You just say the
tell them
timing
truth.
is off. Timing is always the best thing to blame it on.
But then,
No,
like
yeah.
she
Then there's
said-
hope. Then they're like,
Yeah.
acha, in another time I'll.
Or like you're a different wavelengths. Like vibes.
Or just say the thing. Just say it's not gonna happen.
But then they'll ask
why?
now
But
why.
that's why, no.
Just not into it. It's okay.
Interesting. Yeah. I guess you just say no.
But we'll
it's not
find you
gonna
now
work
someone
out.
else.
Yeah.
Yeah, or find them someone else, so then they just.
We get you someone else,
get
yeah,
distracted,
chill now.
yeah.
Guys, these are all things everyone has said to me. Sorry, na?
Aman, do you have more excuses for Yana? You have a long list.
Hey, this is all stuff people.
Okay. On the flip side, this sometimes you do this with your friends and it works out, and then it's amazing, right? But then, hold up, here's another problem. Suddenly they're going out on dates, but they have a problem. And they decide, hey, this guy got us together. Maybe he can solve our problems. And so then they both come to you and they're like, yo, can you believe they did this? And the other person like, can you believe they did this? And how do you handle being in the middle like that? You know what I mean? How the fuck do I get out of this second sticky situation?
Okay, do you want to unpack this? Like, what is going on? I feel like there's a lot that's going on.
Yeah, man, I just...
I want to just...
That one seems easy. You just say like, I don't want to be in this, man. You guys figure
But
it
it
out.
gets really complicated because it becomes
you have
like
to just establish that this is really nice and that you're really happy that both of your friends are doing this, and then you're not really here to take sides, but you're very supportive about whatever decision they make, and you just have to kind of stay out of it. I mean, you can be a listener and you can listen.
Yeah.
But I think you should refrain from...
I'll tell you why that gets awkward, the listening bit, is because what if you're like best friends with both these people and you know that like in any other situation, you'd tell your friend like, oh, this person said this about you. But here you literally cannot do that, right? Like if I know something that I know I have, like for example, Jay's not here, but Jay and Adi are best friends. If someone tells Adi something about Jay, the first thing he'll go to Jay and be like, yo, they said this, right?
Yeah.
But now if the person telling him is his other best friend
Who's dating Jay?
then what, man?
Then I suppose you just have to establish early on.
Yeah.
You know that you're that close to both people. You just have to establish early on that, you know, you will not really play much of a part. That you support it, but you're not...
Preempt it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
You know what,
I
I
think you
think
can
it'll-
always preempt these things, right? Because it doesn't just happen.
Even if it
There
happens,
is a
be like,
build-up.
I want you guys to be the strongest couple ever, and strong couples deal with their problems on their own. So fuck off.
Yeah.
I have an acting related one.
Okay.
Okay, but I don't know, like, obviously I'm not in this acting business.
Me neither, really.
Just stop. But number one show on Netflix and all, not in acting. But anyway, I, like, from an outsider's perspective, like, I recently watched my favorite movie of all time, Luck by Chance. And, like, you just see, like, the things that happen in Bollywood, right? So I'm just wondering, like if someone came up to you and was like, hey, Ayesha, I'm coming out with this new movie. Sleep with me and I'll get you this movie.
Whoa.
That is not the turn I expected at all, bro.
If they like solicit you into that.
They don't. They won't say that directly.
I don't think they'll say
Whatever,
that.
okay, y'all see how they would say that.
Yeah, why does he know, huh? Why do you know, huh?
What would they say?
Okay, let me role play as this guy.
How do you think I got this job, huh? How do you think I got this job?
This is why he isn't working out.
What did I do to you, Aman? Expose me.
He's been through things.
Bro, last time he said...
I got him on this exact couch.
Yeah. And this time he said expose me. Last time he said expose yourself. You know, it's the same thing.
Okay, but I guess what she's asking is, has there ever been a precarious situation where you felt like you had to be very diplomatic for the sake of your career, but also refuse for the sake of your self-worth?
Yeah.
No, dude, no one wants to sleep with me. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I've never had these issues. Like, nobody looks at me and says, hey, you're a really fun
Adi put it
person.
so carefully and you like, no.
You know why, Ayesha? Because you put ketchup in your Maggie.
Yeah, you know, it has something to do with the tomatoes and the tequila and the ketchup and Maggie. It
The
has a
red
lot of...
Lays, the ketchup,
Your red lace bands,
and I heard
okay?
you like K-pop. So you just have bad taste all around.
I just have bad taste. I'm just like bad at things. I have bad taste.
Hold on, I have to play the role of our management. We are not slandering K-pop. Are you insane? We love the BTS army.
We love BTS.
What do they do?
Blackpink.
You're gonna, you know, this is. You guys have to cut this out
Stan
because
BTS.
the army will come for you.
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
That's what I love BTS.
I
Jungkook.
stan.
Yeah,
I
me too, me
stan.
too.
Is that his name?
V, Jungkook.
Smooth like butter.
Yeah.
I love
Dynamite.
that song.
Yeah.
I am so afraid for all of you guys. I'm good because I'm, you know, one of the OG army, but you guys are fucked.
I genuinely think we should cut this out.
No. I haven't heard anything. I'm just fucking around. But like, drop some comments for me to check out some music. I'd love to.
We'll do that. We'll do
Yeah.
a K-pop
Follow my
episode.
Spotify playlist.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Interesting.
We link it.
Yeah.
So, we're on
Yeah, okay, but anyway, no one wants to sleep with me, so
It's okay. No one wants to sleep with me either.
we're on the topic of segueing out of this. We're on the topic of music, and we've done this with a few guests in the past. Who was your top artist on Spotify last year?
I have
Yeah.
to check.
Go for it.
I think it was Tame Impala, and then it was...
Oh, okay.
I think I had a jungle phase, and of course BTS is always like a recurring theme. Yeah.
Tame Impala.
Tame Impala is great.
Tame Impala,
Yeah.
Jungle, BTS.
And what is?
I love a good Radiohead.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Very
You're cool. You're
Yeah,
cool.
really. All over.
BTS
All
is.
over the place. I know.
Are you a Spotify user?
I'm a Spotify.
So you know they have the on repeat playlist. What would be on your on repeat playlist right now?
Should I check it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
please
Yeah.
check. This
Oh
is
my god! By the
exclusive.
way, I have.
Oh shit! Remind me by Adi. Shit. Oh.
Leave here.
I don't have
No,
my
but
glasses on, so I can't see anything. Oh, you know, I'm actually very fond of Spotify, okay? I make all these little playlists that nobody cares about, so I'm going to talk about it on your podcast. Hopefully
Can I go through one?
Yeah, so hopefully
Okay.
like someone will care about it. But I make all these very curative sort of playlists, and my favorite one is called Cool Enough to Play for New Friends. And that's like my repeat stuff all the time. So
I
that
love
is
that.
stuff that I would play. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you
No, it's great. I just saw The Big Day, Chance the Rapper.
Shut
I
the
was
fuck
like,
up! I love that song, bro. I love that album.
that's all Cool Enough to Play for New Friends.
It's a great album. Don't
Oh,
listen
this
to
is great.
slander. The Big Day is an amazing underrated album. It's not his best work, but underrated. I'm out here like represent
he's finally divorced, bro. We're gonna get a good album.
He got divorced?
Yeah. His wife left him, bro.
Oh, thank God.
bro. What the fuck, bro?
Yeah.
The wife left.
What
Oh,
is
yeah,
going
better
on?
off that way.
You know,
Better
so
off that
much,
way.
so many times this happens, and I've seen it. Okay, these guys, these big celebs, they have this one girlfriend.
Ariana's
the whole time,
best friends with all of them, huh?
No, but the whole time they're getting famous. Okay, and the second they get really famous and they have that big break, they leave the girl.
Dude, like Barry Keoghan
Yes.
and Jeremy Allen White.
I was thinking Jeremy.
Yeah,
I was thinking
yes,
Jeremy. But so
yes,
the
a recurring theme.
That's
Yes.
what I'm saying. That's
The
what I'm
Chance the
saying.
Rapper thing is sad because he had this girlfriend. They had a child together. He
Yeah.
then like went off. He was like cheating on her, whatever. They broke up. He then opened for Childish Gambino. He became big in his own right. They found their way back to each other. He made an album about their wedding. So it was like one of those stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm quite sad they've broken up actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like for the music, I'm happy.
Terrible. Your Instagram bio
Yes.
has Ba Singh Say.
Yes.
You're an Avatar fan.
I am.
Amazing. Okay, so is Avatar like that? Look at my research, bro.
Look at you.
I was
You're
wondering
so
what that was,
researched.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's only for like.
It's for,
Yeah. For the niche.
For the fans. for the fans.
Yeah. I do everything for the niche.
The fans of Avatar,
niche
like
fan
the
base.
highest grossing.
The niche.
It's not that
No,
Avatar,
it's
bro.
not that Avatar. It's the last Airbender.
Yeah, what the fuck are you talking about?
Cartoon, man.
I also thought it was the Avatar movie.
No, this is what I
No,
have to
man,
deal with.
guys, come on, man.
Yeah,
It's
guys.
anime, right?
Yeah.
Well, animated, yeah. So
The animated
Oh, it's not an
series, yeah.
anime?
it's
We
not
feel
anime
awkward
because
now.
it's
Because it's not made by Japanese people.
Yeah.
Oh.
Come on,
In
man.
Japan.
Get with the times.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's an animated series.
We haven't watched
PTS
it. It
army
wasn't
that's
clear enough.
sticking around.
We're missing Jay because Jay is a huge Avatar fan.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
A huge Avatar
We,
fan. Like,
we would have really gotten along.
yeah. So is that the show that you think is like your main?
It's one of the best things I've ever seen
I agree.
in my life.
Yeah.
It's, I also believe it's one of the top rated shows on IMDb.
It is.
But really, it's one of the best things I have ever watched in my life. I always go back to it when I'm in a bit of a slump. I feel like it's such a feel good series.
Mm-hmm.
It's so, it's just the best shit ever, honestly.
Yeah.
And nobody has ever kind of pointed out my bio before.
Look at us go, man. This is what we do on the HST
Nobody
show.
knows what Ba Singh Say is.
I mean, it's one of the most popular shows of all time. Yes, I know this niche reference.
but it's I enjoyed watching it as a child, but I think I enjoyed watching it even more as an adult.
So as a kid, I just saw random episodes,
Yeah, same.
and then in like 2021, my roommate was obsessed with the show.
Yeah.
He was like, "You have to watch it," and I was like, one day I was like, "Okay, fuck it, I'll give in."
Yeah.
And then the next 2 weeks of my life were the best 2 weeks of my life. Dude.
Same. And then I got everybody to rewatch it because I was rewatching it.
Yeah.
And everybody just kind of unanimously had a really, really enjoyable experience. We felt there was so much dopamine after. We went on a trip. We went freaking hiking. We felt really powerful. We felt like we could do anything. It was this childlike innocence. I think this show, it's
Where
one of the
can we
best.
watch it?
It's one of the best.
Netflix.
On kissanime.com.
No, on Netflix.
Yeah.
You should not.
You should not say that.
Yeah, because they just.
Oh, well.
You said, "Oh, now that I'm an actress, I get to do all these cool things," and I think that's a really fascinating leap because I was reading, I think it was your interview in Paper Magazine, where you were like, oh, I was shortlisted for this other role on Class, but I thought I would be good for Yashika. And so I got an intern or something to put my name down.
Yeah.
And
It's all just jugaad, really.
Yeah.
what is that story like? How did that all go down, and how did you go from that to now here?
Yeah. Oh gosh. No, I mean, so I heard that they were testing for the show, and I mean, everybody I knew who was a child had been contacted to kind of test for it, and I really wanted to test for it as well. I tested for it. I ended up watching the show and realized that I was kind of more fond of the character I play now than I was for the girl I got shortlisted for. And yeah, just kind of jugaad.
Which character did you get shortlisted for?
Koel. Yeah. Koel.
And so
And they wanted me to play Koel originally, but I loved Yashika's arc. I thought she was just such a wonderful person to play. You know, she's not too likable in the first season. You're supposed to really hate the shit out of her.
Yeah.
She's supposed to be really attention seeking and really annoying, and you're not really supposed to understand why. And then, you know, there are glimpses of why she could be the way she is, but then in the further seasons, in the next seasons, they kind of flesh it out. So I really wanted to play her for the fun arc. I love a good arc.
You get to read all of the seasons or when you decide to play a character?
Yeah, they sort of tell you.
Okay.
And I'm sure you watched Elite and you sort of knew that, okay, it would follow a similar trajectory. But so basically, what was it? You just figured out, oh, my friend is an intern, just put my name down on this.
She wasn't even my friend. She was a friend of a friend.
Okay.
And I was just like, but she couldn't really, you know, push my name or anything. All she could do was send me the script, and then I could send her the self-tape. And then she would just hopefully send it or show it to the casting guy. It was just one of those. It was like, I've realized that so far you just have to be surprisingly enterprising for anything to work. You just kind of have to take that leap of faith and ask people if you can do things. And if they don't listen, you have to just be really persuasive. And that's it. Like, I was just ridiculously persistent. All I did was check in on that test. Has the test gone through? Has the test gone through? And I sent it to just everybody in that casting agency to hope that somebody had seen it. Everybody left me on red. Everybody ghosted. But, you know.
That's dope. I love that.
Yeah.
That's a great story. And again, you know, in our research, I found out all of us here have a lot in common. We both love boba. You were on Netflix. I watch Netflix. I use Premiere Pro to edit. You worked at Adobe, right?
I worked at Adobe.
Yeah. Where the fuck does that fit into this, right? Your NID, Paris, model, actor, AI at Adobe. How does that work out?
How does that work? I have no idea how that works out. Dude, I will say though that I manifested the Adobe thing, okay?
Oh, cool.
Because when I was in the first year of NID, I heard through the grapevine that there was a guy who happened to work at Adobe, and I was like, can people actually work at Adobe? Can people actually work at Adobe?
What do you mean?
Work at Adobe? Is that even can I have that dream? Anyway, but yeah, so that happened. Anyway, so I worked at Adobe for about a year. It was in Bangalore. It was super corporate sellouty life. I had a blast. They had a yoga studio and there was a sleeping pod and everything was fun. And you were just way more productive because you had this amazing work-life balance. And I was working on like machine learning and AI plugins for their software, for InDesign, for Illustrator. It was just wonderful to be working in a place and designing features for people to design shit. It was the coolest experience ever. And you know, I always said that I would have continued to work at Adobe had it not been in Bangalore. Bangalore, man, fucking Bangalore. Dude, I've missed almost most of my flights from Bangalore.
Yeah.
The traffic in Bangalore is really...
To get to the airport is like
disaster.
crazy.
Yeah.
Oh God, it's just the worst place to live, isn't it? Anyway, and...
The statements
second-
on the show
Yeah.
are not condoned by the rest of having said that show.
I'm just thinking about that ride, and I lived in a place called Kadu Bisnahalli, and I was like on Outer Ring Road for... It was just the most mortifying experience, but the best work environment. And
Yeah.
I don't know, the AI things were really fun, man. I think...
When was this? This must have been like 4, 5, 6 years ago.
I have no idea. But I
A
think
long
this
time
could have
ago.
been in 2019.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so
Okay.
5 years ago. Yeah, because I feel like that AI features are just coming to us.
Yeah.
So did you have a part to play in
I
that?
did have
Yeah.
a yes.
That's pretty fucking
Yes.
cool.
and I worked with a data scientist, and it was amazing. And again, we were kind of the first people who were hearing of AI in design software.
Yeah.
It really, I mean, there is a lot of discourse about it now, but there was really nothing about it back then in 2019. I mean, all we sort of had to think about in this whole AI space was like, you know, you put on a filter and you can put dog ears on your face, and that's about it. And other than that, we really didn't have too much. So
after each episode, we go down to our staircase and take a photo, and then it's always too narrow for us to crop for IG. So I always do like the recomp with AI on Photoshop to just make it like big enough. So we'll show you guys an example right now of like what she might have worked on.
Dude, I did work on
Yeah,
that.
there you go.
Yeah.
What a story.
This funny. This is so. We viewed something that you worked on. A few months ago, like 6 odd months ago, I met someone who was also working in Adobe, who was working on XD.
Okay, yeah.
And I used to use XD all the time then, and I was like, I asked her was, how do I do this? How do I do that? This is amazing. No, like, not like in a way like teach me how this software. Like more like I was so fascinated. Like I use this thing every day, and here I am. Met someone who's literally working on it and making it better. While it was quite cool.
Yeah.
And XD is really the coolest software ever. I feel like to start using it, all you have to do is switch it on, and then
It's so easy.
It's so user friendly. It's so easy to figure out. It's great. I was using XD in beta when because we got to kind of test all these software in beta versions. So it was, dude. Should I leave my job? Should
Yeah.
I go back?
Even when I was in New York up until
You're saying this, Netflix is calling us. Stop reminding her.
Just stop reminding me about my good old days.
Sharan's waiting outside.
I quit my job for you, Ayesha. I gave you everything.
I was saying that I was in New York up until 2 years ago, and the day that I got a job offer, it was from Apple to basically to test their software. So like Final Cut Pro and GarageBand and Logic and everything. The day that I got that call, I decided to move back home to be like, yo, I cannot work for someone else. Like, it's not possible. But I always feel FOMO. I was like, and when you talk about it, I'm like, shit, I wish I did it for like 6 months, you know, and then
just 6
came
months
back.
just to test the waters, because there's a lot that you draw from doing these things in small spurts. You know, I always believe just to try things once and then see.
Yeah.
It'll always help later.
Yeah.
In some way or the other. Why don't you just hit them up?
Because don't you feel that in spaces like entertainment, that age and time really becomes a huge factor of your success?
It does not if you have a lot of life to draw from and you have a lot of things to kind of contribute. I think you'll have more to contribute if you went and got that master's, or you went and worked somewhere and did something impressive. You'll just have more life to draw from, and you'll be a much more interesting person. You'll have way more to offer, because right now I think we're just kind of in this slump where we're forced to watch people who are incredibly unimpressive, and all we do is talk about them, and we hate them, and we're made to hate them, and we do this cringe binge thing. But there is, you know, entertainment doesn't have to be vapid. It can actually be very, very interesting.
Of course.
So no,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
That's
That's
actually,
awesome.
It's
Yeah.
always Botox also.
No, that's so interesting, because I recently found out that Diljit, who is the love of my life, is 40.
Is it?
Whoa.
Isn't that crazy?
That's wild.
Makes
And
sense.
he only just got famous, like, I feel like 5-6 years ago. Like, he just came on the
Yeah,
scene.
he reached mainstream status.
Yeah.
It was Urta Punjab, right? It was
Yeah.
like 2016 or whatever.
Wow.
Okay, so
Damn, he's 40.
That's crazy. So he
Yeah.
wasn't like super young when he got like super famous, is
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think people, the industry kind of tricks you to believe that. Like, yo, you
Yeah.
only have till 25,
Yeah.
otherwise you're fucked.
Yeah, otherwise yeah, I started late. I started very late. I was playing a teenager when I was definitely in my late 20s. So it's never too late.
I was doing research. As I do before. I do this
You know-
for every guest, bro.
I
I
didn't
hope
even
you know
ask
this.
when you invited to his house. He was like, yeah, I know the address. I'll be there.
I didn't say that, bro. I was actually a bit
I know what the inside
terrified.
of your house looks like.
I was a bit scared, bro, with the Maggie and the ketchup and all. Fuck, I'd rather it would have been poison. Anyway, sorry. We're going back to my question. So I'm looking at your IMDb, I'm looking at your Google page or whatever, and there's a movie. on it called the Blood Priestess. And I'm saying, this amazing movie. Wow, what a fucking interesting choice to make.
Yeah.
This Mexican horror movie.
And her character name was like Dominique or something. I was like, who the fuck is that, bro?
And I was like, wow. And it's like, this movie came out in 2023. Why have I not heard of this? Let me try and
It's not
find
out
the
yet.
trailer.
It's not out. We haven't even finished filming.
Okay,
Yeah.
but this is real. This is a real
It's a
movie.
real thing, yeah.
Okay,
It's a
thank
real
God.
thing. Yeah,
Because-
this is very real.
Okay, what is the fucking story?
What is going on?
What's going on? Yeah.
Yeah, what is going on? Yeah, dude, I don't know. Like, I wish I had the answer. See, I guess I'm a very vague-looking person. I could look like a Dominique if I tried hard enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty much how it happened. It was about 3 friends who go to an ashram in Mexico and they get fucked. They basically get kind of consumed by a cult, and then they show how.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, it's an. I don't want to kind of. Am I allowed to talk about that? I don't know.
It's
But,
okay.
yeah.
I mean, don't spoil it.
Yeah,
but
But whatever, it was a really interesting. It was beautiful. It really did look beautiful. I had friends who were working in the production, and then I auditioned, and it was a Mexican director, and I spent 4 months in Mexico, having
Wow.
the time of my life, filming this insane project. They had a K-pop star.
wow.
So, I mean, the cast was interesting. So, there was one Indian, there was one Canadian, there was one Japanese person, there was one, Korean. Like, I mean, they kind of just went ham and said, like, let's just cast a person
That's
from
awesome.
every country. But that's pretty much what it was. We haven't finished filming it.
So this was after class.
This was after class.
Very
This was
cool.
after class.
Okay.
Yeah, I just had the best time of my life in Mexico.
Wow.
For 4 months. I just drank tequila and mezcal like all day.
As you should.
And filmed a horror movie, and it was just I hope we see it. I hope it sees the light of day, because it is an indie project. It's an indie foreign film, but it looked stunning, and maybe there are some traces of it on the internet somewhere, but
No,
for
that's
now not much.
Yeah, we couldn't find anything.
We could,
Yeah.
because so we were
'Cause it's-
like
yeah.
we were on call and we were like, oh, this movie looks so cool, and then Aditya was like, wait, this movie's come out, and then we were like, I was just trying to find something about it, and then I was like, oh, maybe it's one of those situations where it's like they just put her in it on Google, but it's not
Yeah.
real. Or,
Like she looked like someone else in the movie.
And it was just
something.
like, oh yeah, she's doing this. Or I don't know, or maybe it was like after Brie Larson won the Oscar, there was this movie that came out called Basmati Blues. Have you heard of this? Where she played a white woman who comes to rural India and falls in love with a rice farmer.
Wait, is this real?
Yes, this is real. And she
Whoa.
shot this movie ages ago. She then goes on to do all these huge prestige roles, and she wins the fucking Oscar. And then suddenly they realize, oh, we have this movie with an Oscar winner. So they cut it together, and they were like, Oscar winner Brie Larson in Basmati Blues, and it's the cringiest like,
Damn.
musical.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That's what they're gonna do with you.
That is so exciting. Yeah, because I think we definitely filmed it before class came out, but I had just finished filming class, and then I think a month later I went to Mexico. So yeah,
That's crazy.
Basmati Blues.
Is that your Basmati Blues?
I think this would be that. Yeah,
Crazy.
right,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I'm glad we cleared that up.
You heard it here first. I guess.
Another thing we learned about you is that you're super keen on doing like women-led projects. What does that mean to you? I saw an interview recently with Kristen Dunst where she was talking at this round table, and she was like, I got tired of working with male directors, and so I just decided, fuck it, I earn my money from Spider-Man, I'm just going to work with these directors I think are cool. And I see, you reflecting a similar statement. So what is that about? Why is that important to you?
I think it's important because I think, especially if a female is directing or writing a project, I think firstly the women are just better written because women understand women more intrinsically in a way that men perhaps never will. It's mostly girls who become directors. They know how to direct female emotion better. There's so much, female are complex. There's so much more to women than just being the manic pixie dream girl or the love interest or the chudel or like whatever. Like there's so much more to them. They're so layered and they're so deep, and I think only women really understand it. So we had both a female and a male director on class, and there was just something about the scenes that we did with Gul that was so different from the others. And I don't know if you'll see those or if you'll notice it, but we certainly did because we were really married to the project. So yeah, I would always want to and prefer working with women for sure.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Great sentiment.
And
Yeah.
I even find that there aren't too many female photographers, but I've always really, really enjoyed shooting with women. You know, they understand your body better. They understand what you're trying to hide or what you're trying to show. They can direct you in a way that's not so strange. No, but there is something really pleasant about it, and I think we're seeing it a lot more, and hopefully we'll see it
We will.
way more.
Yeah.
In the future.
Of course.
Maybe I'll start directing.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
I think that's a great way to end the show. And before we end, we ask our guests to give us an item for our shelf.
Yes.
Do you
It's
have
outside
anything?
with Charan.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh fuck! These are really nice. Didn't you just tell me that somebody gave you nipple pasties or something?
They did.
Oh, so you went that route.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Oh, it's that bag. Amazing. It looks so good. Thanks, man.
God, it's a really fucked up present.
Oh, it's so good.
Anticipated.
I thought it was supposed to be crap.
I didn't say this. I just no, I didn't say
Okay,
that.
so I heard that you
Oh.
That's an amazing gift.
I heard that you guys vape a lot.
We don't. None of us vape.
Yeah, somebody told me that you guys vape a lot, so I got you
Vape?
cough
Now
cells.
one of us
Oh,
vapes.
vape.
And then I stuck a little sticker on it that says "daring but caring."
Okay, sweet gesture, but who is the person who told you we vape
Shana
a
told
lot?
me that all you guys vape.
Not
Sharan, man.
Yeah.
That's really lied to you.
So
Not one of us vape, not one of us smoke, nothing.
You know what it is? It's our sketch. Link that somewhere.
Ah.
We did a sketch
Hey,
about
Sharan's an
vaping.
OG fan, man.
that's probably what it is.
The
Yeah.
first video we shot together was the sketch about vaping. We don't vape, but
Yeah.
I fall sick a lot, so that's a great gift.
Yeah,
Great,
I
so
also.
Yeah.
Cough cells,
I also
yeah.
consume a lot of
I
cough cells.
love
yeah.
cough cells.
Really?
Should we have one?
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, yeah, oh.
I mean,
Yeah. But
I
please,
don't wanna just have
please
to have-
notice the sticker that says
The
daring
sticker
but
is awesome.
caring.
That is very cute. And you know, the sticker is kind of going with the packaging of the.
Yeah.
I'm a graphic designer.
Oh, yeah, that's so true. That's so true. I'm not having one just like that.
yeah, I mean, it's not a sweet, bro.
You have to savor them, Adi. You need it when your throat is
Yeah,
so
yeah.
We just made Adi take it, and now
Adi
all
will
of us.
regret it, now.
I love it.
But anyway, I was
He
made
doesn't
to
have-
believe that we were only supposed to get really fucked up gifts. So
No,
this
no.
is like I'm
This is actually
I'm
not.
really upset to see like a very
but it's
nice.
okay.
No, but it's a good one.
We have a
have to
little
come with
box
something
of
Vicks.
Vicks Vapor Rub. We have
And at least some people get us their old medicine that's over. At least you have the
Yeah,
decency
yeah.
to get us like a new one, bro.
I usually got us an empty strip of their cough
I'm gonna wee fast you another present because I feel like I was lied to massively about this.
My favorite part of it is you pulled out the cough cells and Adi goes. Just so he can take.
No, but thank you so much for spending time with us, Ayesha. Of course, guys, everything of Ayesha is going to be linked below. Go check her out. Show her some love. Anything else you want to say to them before we leave?
Bye.
Bye.
'Cause you remind me of the time your lips were caught on mine. Don't wanna go home. 'Cause you remind me of the